Long before he was the mayor of High Point, Jay Wagner was a young student at Northwood School.
At Northwood, you know, we had a lot of white kids from the western side of town, and then we had kids from the housing projects that were bused to the school.
He says for the most part, everyone got along, but you could always sense tension.
You heard a lot more mean language than you do now. And it was from both sides. I mean, you'd hear it, I'd hear it from the black kids from the project, and they'd hear it from us. But it never got to the point of fighting.
City Councilman Cyril Jefferson moved to High Point when he was 14. He tells me he saw race issues more systemically than personally.
Whether it's how housing is across town or how the state of education is in our community, you start to see how that plays out. You start to look at some of the numbers, and you start to have a bigger picture view that paints a story about race.
He says his experience changed when he got to city council and as the city has pushed its mission of being North Carolina's international city. He believes most people don't mean any harm, they just don't know any better.
Whether it's based on their background or how they grew up or just some of the norms that they were taught, they don't realize how certain things advance racism, how certain things continue to create habits and create structures that are not as beneficial for a certain group of people.
As High Pointers watch the recent protests play out across the country and those protests made their way here, both say the race conversation is happening in a way they've never seen.
I can't go anywhere or talk to anybody right now that doesn't want to talk about race. So those protests we had and that initial tension that made a lot of people feel uncomfortable now I think is transformed into a tension that's more a productive tension, where we're sitting and talking to each other and trying to work through this mentally.
There's probably been dozens of folks who took upon themselves to reach out to me to say, hey Cyril, you know, the conversation of race is one that I'm curious about. It's one that I actually am compassionate about. I want to learn more. I want to do more.
The city itself is doing more. City Council approved a budget last month that included funding for a diversity, equity, and inclusion specialist.
This was a path we were already on. That position is, I think, is important because it's going to help to keep us on track with our overall goals of providing equal opportunity for everyone.
Sometimes it takes a little more intentionality to go beyond that bubble. So that we can do hiring or do business with folks who don't look like us.
On the more personal level, Mayor Wagner says he's hearing from black and white people who are working their way through the history of race in the country.
They're trying to educate themselves on how we got here so that they have a better grasp on how we can digest what's going on now and how we can move forward.
Both believe moving forward has to be done person to person.
If I learn to learn about you and I learn to treat you with respect, I'm more likely to treat someone who looks like you, who I don't know, with that same equal respect. So for me, I think ultimately that's how we have to deal with it.
My sentiment that I've shared with a lot of folks is that we've got to be strong and resolute about this one truth. None of us are to blame for the race problem in our country. That started many centuries ago.
In black and white.
However, we all should assume the responsibility of making it better.
Tracy Clemens, Fox 8 News.